Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. We are at the Cathedral of Baseball. This is Shea Stadium. Today's date is April 16th, 99, for a big game between the Montreal Expos and the greatest team in baseball history, the New York Mets. The Expos come into this game a record of 3-7. The Mets are playing scrappy here earlier in 99. They are 5-5. And we will see what happens here in tonight's game. So the Expos and the Mets will face off against each other tonight. Of course, the Mets in 99 were not a bad team. They did make the playoffs. They almost got to the World Series. They just could not. Could not get past could not really get past the Braves or the Cardinals. But the Mets though were not a bad team in 99. We'll see what happens this year as my Mets still here and playing since I've been playing inside pitch. The Mets have not won a playoff series in any season I've had them make the postseason. Kind of weird, but that's how the dice roll. What are you going to do? Cutter Historical is first to join us here at Shea Stadium. The Expos historically won this game 6-4. The Expos had 7 hits and no errors. The Mets had 7 hits and 1 error. But we'll see what happens tonight, as the Expos and the Mets will face off each other here in a nice National League East matchup. So, I'm glad everybody's here to join us for some Friday Night Baseball. And we know Friday Night Baseball is definitely, always something to watch here. So let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets tonight is Al Leiter. Some people I think Al Leiter, he's had some very stable seasons. I think you could put him in the Hall of the Very Good. 13 wins, 12 losses, a 4.23 ERA in 99. He gets the call for the Mets. So the Expos are ready to go. Big game here at Shea Stadium. Section 518 already has his beer and is ready to go. Let's play some baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Expos, shortstop Orlando Cabrera. 254 average, 8 homers, 39 RBIs in 99, as Ben Witz now joins us here at Shea Stadium. We are using blue, white, and orange dice. Mets are the home team. Fans are ready for a big game against the Expos. Mets trying to get above 500. Expos trying to get another win. Let's see what happens. Leiter, 4-5. Home run chance, but that 19 is high. Cabrera, 5-3, and he leads off with a ground ball to third base. That'll get picked up by Robin Ventura, and he will throw to first for out number 1. Next batter is the first baseman, Jose Vidro. Solid season, 304 average, 12 homers, 59 RBIs that year. Barbara now joins us here at Shea Stadium. I'm sorry, the lovely Barbara, I should say. Leiter will pitch. 1-3, strikeout 9, and that's going to get him. Called strike 3 on Vidro. First strikeout for Leiter. He had 162 of them in 99. Shea Stadium, this was a pitcher's park that year. 161 home runs, add 1 to strikeouts, and adds 1 to walks. This was definitely and the funny thing is, 161 home runs, and this is considered a pitcher's park. That's what happens when you look at 1999 and how many home runs were hit that year. Next batter will be the left fielder, Rondell White. He was a solid player. 312 average, 22 homers, 64 RBIs in 99, I should say. Mets are delayed tonight, so you playing the Mets. Well, you're very welcome, Miss Barbara. Leiter, 3-5, hit by pitch. Yep, that's going to hit White. White's going to get smacked by Leiter, plunk, ouch, and that's the first hit batter of the game. White will travel to first. And that will bring up the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. You know you're getting old when you're watching the sons of these guys playing now. Vladimir Guerrero, and he had a heck of a year as well. 316 average, 42 bombs, 131 RBIs in 99. One of the best players that year. White had 10 steals, and he gets the steal sign. 13 plus 1 is 14. Pratt plus 1 is 15. Why not? A 1 to 15, he's safe. And he is, and it's a possible error. Pratt throws it a 1 to 4. He throws it into the outfield. He won't. That'll be a nice play by the second baseman, Alfonso, but White will steal the base. Stolen base for Rondell White. He'll try again. And this time, that's a 1. He gets the steal sign to go to third, but he'll let Guerrero swing. Leiter, 4-4, strikeout, and called strike 3 on Guerrero. He's an 8 plus 1 makes him a 9. That is a 9, and that will retire the side. Second strikeout for Leiter. Nothing across except the hit batter and a stolen base. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight is Dustin Hermanson. 9 wins, 14 losses, a 4.20 ERA in 99. Yes, he was the unsung hero to the 93 World Series. Yes, he was. He would get our Leiter will get his world championship. He got it in 97 with the Marlins. Leading off for the Mets, left fielder Roger Cedeno, 313 average, 4 homers, 36 RBIs. Pretty darn good year. Hermanson, 4-4, that's at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-5, that's a fly ball to center field. And it will be Manny Martinez getting to that. And that's the first out. Next batter is the second baseman, Edgardo Alfonso. Does anybody have a problem if I say Alfonso probably belongs in the Hall of the Very Good? 304 average, 27 homers, 108 RBIs in 99. Hermanson, 4-3, strikeout. That will be high. Alfonso, 4-1, and Alfonso rips one into right field, and that will split the gap, and the Mets have a man on second. Double for Alfonso. And now a runner on second, and that will bring up the first baseman, John Olerud. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. 298 average, 19 homers, 96 RBIs. Olerud was a heck of a first baseman. Alfonso on at second, and he will stay put. Hermanson will pitch. Hermanson, 6-3, error on a grounder. Olerud, 2-5, and against the righty, Olerud's going to smack one into right field, and the Mets are going to take a lead. That's going to be a double to right. Right fielder for the Expos is Guerrero. His error rating is a 10. That's a 14. He will not make an error. But just like that, 2 doubles, and the Mets take a 1-0 lead. RBI single by Olerud, and the Mets are on board. Joel Turney joins us here at Shea Stadium. And next batter will be the right fielder, Bobby Bonilla. Yes, the Mets are still paying him. 160 average, 4 homers, 18 RBIs in 99. Not one of his better years. So Olerud on at second. Bobby Bonilla just collected another paycheck 10 days ago. Olerud on at second, and he will stay at second. Hermanson, 2-3. That's a walk plus 10. He'll walk Bonilla. So Hermanson off to a rough start so far. First walk given up by Hermanson. He had 65 of them in 99. And now infield at double play depth. And that will bring up the third baseman, Robin Ventura. 301 average, 32 homers, 120 RBIs. I'm pretty sure we all know what Robin Ventura, is famous for. Runners at first and second. Hermanson will pitch, strategy roll, and nothing on the 5. Hermanson will go ahead and deal. Hermanson, 6-2, possible error. Ventura, 6-3, and that's going to be an infield single to short. That's picked up by Cabrera. His error rating is a 6. That's an 11. He's not going to make an error. That's going to make the bases loaded. So the bases are loaded as Robin Ventura is going to get an infield single. Timeout on the field for 1 second. So now bases are loaded, and that will bring up the center fielder, Brian McRae, 218 average, 12 homers, 48 RBIs. So the Mets definitely got something going on here. They're going to play, Expos are going to play the infield back and try to turn and double play depth. They're going to try to turn the 2 instead and try to get out of the inning. It's early. So 1-0, the score of the Mets here. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Hermanson will deal. Hermanson, 1-5. Home run result against a righty. McRae needs an 11. That's a 6. And that is our first grand slam of the 1999 season. Kablam! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Kablam! Grand slam, Brian McRae. Stadium cheers. Yay! A 1-5 is a straight home run result against a righty. McRae needed 11. That's a 6. And the Mets take a 5-0 lead in the first. Section 518, cheers. Yay! And just like that, the Mets make a statement in this first inning as they go ahead and hit a grand slam off of Hermanson. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Shea Stadium. Next batter will be the catcher, Todd Pratt. Piazza had the day off. 293 average, 3 homers, 21 RBIs. Hermanson, 4-5. That's a range play. Pratt, 5-5. That is a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Michael Barrett. His range is a 2. He's not going to get it. It's going to be a base hit. So the Mets continue to get hits here on a single by Pratt. And now the shortstop, Ray Ordonez. Ray Ordonez was one of the best fielding shortstops in baseball history. 258 average, a homer, 60 RBIs. Not that great a hitter, but boy, could Ordonez field. Pratt on at first. Strategy roll. That's a 20. Hermanson fires to first, and he picked him off. Hermanson will pick off Pratt. He is a 2-5. That's a 4. He gets Pratt, and that's out number 2. That's a big out. And now Ordonez will bat with the bases empty. Hermanson, 4-3, strikeout 7. Cold strike 3 on Ordonez, and that will end the inning. First strikeout for Ordonez. But the Mets get 5 runs on 5 hits and a walk. A grand salami by Brian McRae, the first grand slam of this 99 season. Mets take a quick 5-0 lead after 1. We go to the top of the second. Now Leiter has we all know that no lead is safe an inside pitch. Leading off for the Expos, third baseman Michael Barrett. Had a pretty good year. I don't know much about him. 293 average, 8 homers, 52 RBIs. Pitch from Leiter. Leiter, 4-5. Home run chance. That 17 is high. Barrett, 3-6, and he grounds one to second base. That'll be handled by Alfonso, and he'll toss it over to first for the out. Coming up next is the catcher, Chris Widger. 264 average, 14 homers, 56 RBIs that season. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Shea Stadium. Leiter, 4-1, strikeout, got him. Leiter will go ahead and get his third strikeout of the game, 2 down. And now the second baseman, Wilton Guerrero. 292 average, 2 homers, 31 RBIs in 99. Leiter will go ahead and deal. Leiter, 2-4, error on a throw. Guerrero, 3-5. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Olerud. His error rating is a 4. That's a 3. He's going to make an error. Leiter will prevent the ball from getting past him, and Guerrero is safe. So that's going to be an E3 on Olerud. First error on the Mets in the ball game. They did have an error historically. So a runner on first as Leiter says, come on, you got to make that play. And now the center fielder, Manny Martinez, 245 average, 2 homers, 26 RBIs. Guerrero on it first, and he'll stay. He gets the steal sign, but down 5-0, you're not going anywhere. Leiter, 2-4, error on a throw. Martinez, 5-1. That's powered into right field. That's a 16. And against the lefty, it's just going to stay up there and long enough as Roger Cedeno is going to get to it, make the catch, and retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error. But the Expos, Manny Martinez just misses a triple. A great play by Cedeno there. And we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Mets will be the pitcher, Al Leiter, a 105 average and 5 RBIs in 99. Hermanson, 2-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Leiter, 1-5, grounds one to third, handled easily by Barrett. And Barrett will toss it over for the first out. Here's Cedeno. Cedeno was 0 for 1. Hermanson will pitch. 2-5. That's a blank. Cedeno, 3-6. And that is a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Wilton Guerrero. He'll take his time, toss it over. Out number 2. And now Alfonso got a double his first time up. Hermanson, 2-6. Error on a throw. Alfonso, 2-2. And nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Vladimir Guerrero will get to it. So Hermanson has a much better inning since the first. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. 5-0 after 2. Top of the third. Leading off for the Expos will be the pitcher, Dustin Hermanson, 0.47 average and a couple RBIs in 99. Leiter, 2-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Hermanson, 2-1, and a lazy fly ball to left. Cedeno will get to it, and that is the first out. Next batter will be Cabrera. Cabrera's 0 for 1. Leiter will pitch. Leiter, 6-3. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 4-5. And that is a ground ball to third. That'll be easily handled by Ventura. And he throws to first for the out, 2 down. And now Vidro. Vidro's 0 for 1. Vidro, solid player. Leiter will pitch. As usual. Leiter will pitch, 2-2. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 2-6. That's a ground ball to short. This time it's a range play for Ordonez. He had a glove. His range is a 5, but he will make that one. Nice play by Ordonez. He'll throw to first to get the out, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos. We go to the bottom of the third. John Olerud leads off. He got a double his first time up. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You could make an argument for that. Hermanson, 3-5, range play. Olerud, 5-1, line drive to third. Barrett leaps with a range of a 2. And he's not getting that one. And that's going to be a base hit. Olerud hits it in over his head. And Olerud has a single. The second hit of the ball game. And now here's Bonilla. And yes, the Mets are still paying him. Infield a double play. Strategy roll for Olerud. And he gets this. He doesn't get the steal, but they do get the hit and run. But Bonilla, they do get the hit and run. Bonilla was awful, really, that year. But with a 5-run lead, I don't think you want to just give up outs. They're going to let him swing. Hermanson, 4-4. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 3-2. Base hit for Bonilla. That's a single to center. Olerud, a base runner rating of 1. Single to center, -3. No way he gets the second. The third, he'll stay put. Base hit by Bobby Bowe, trying to earn some of that money he's still getting paid for. Next batter is Ventura. Ventura got a single his first time up. Strategy roll, that's a 1. Olerud's going to stay put. Hermanson will pitch. Hermanson, 1-5. Home run result against the righty. Ventura needs an 18. That's a 5. And the Mets are just blowing this one wide open. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Robin Ventura. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! A 3-run bomb by Ventura, and it is now 8-0 Mets. Section 518 decides to have another beer. And that's going to be it for Hermanson. He is done. And they're going to go to the bullpen here. As that'll be it for him. He won't even make it out the third inning. So they're going to go with a new pitcher. Hermanson will get the L so far. And let's see. Next batter for the Mets is Brian McRae. He had a grand slam his first time up. We'll see who the Expos bring up to pitch. Usually when I have to bring in a new pitcher, I usually bring another starter this early in the game. So they're going to go with Mike Thurman. Mostly a starter. He did relieve twice. So Mike Thurman's going to come in to pitch for the Expos for now. 7 wins, 11 losses, a 4.05 ERA. And Thurman's going to come on to pitch, even though he says he can only pitch to 4 batters. We'll see how long he can go, though. So Mike Thurman will pitch here. 8-0 Mets. John Haverly joins us here at Shea Stadium. Still nobody out in the bottom of the third. Thurman, 2-2. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 1-5. That's a fly ball to left field. Rondell White was excellent. His range is a 5. He's got it. 1 out. Fly out to left field as Rondell White will make the play there. And now here's Pratt. Pratt got a single his first time up. Thurman, 6-4. Range play. Pratt, 2-3. That's a single to center field, but it's a range play for Manny Martinez. His range is a 3. He's not getting that. That's a single for Pratt. So Pratt goes ahead and gets a hit. And the Mets are right now just getting hit after hit. Here's Ordonez. Ordonez is 0 for 1. 1 out here. Infield double play. Strategy. Nothing on the 19. Nobody will move. Thurman will pitch. Thurman, 3-4. Against the righty, it's an automatic out. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. 3-3-4. Second base, pivot Guerrero a 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. And they'll get it to retire the side. So 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. But the Mets get 3 runs on 4 hits. A 3-run bomb by Robin Ventura. And the Mets have an 8-0 lead after 3. We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Expos will be Rondell White. And he got hit by a pitch his first time up. 8-0 Mets. Leiter, 2-3, strikeout. Got him. Leiter picks up his 4th K of the game. And that's out number 1. And that'll bring up Guerrero. Guerrero is 0 for 1. Leiter will go ahead and deal. Leiter, 4-2. That's a blank. And Guerrero, 3-1, base hit. Hits that one into left field. First hit of the game for the Expos. So Vladimir Guerrero gets a single. It'll bring up Barrett. Barrett is 0 for 1. Infield at double play. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Actually, strategy rolls are pretty much off right now, really. Leiter will deal. Leiter, 3-2, possible error. Barrett, 5-2, line drive. That's a line drive to third. That is caught by Ventura for out number 2. That is an even number. There will not be a throw made to try to make an error on first. So that's just going to be a line out, 2 down. That is a house rule that I use on lineouts. Odd number, I'll roll for a double play. Even number, all right, there's no roll for a double play. And even though it's an error chance, since there's no throw, that's the only way you can have an error on a lineout. So that's 2 outs. That's a house rule I use because I felt there were too many lineouts and lineout double plays in the game. Here's Widger. Widger is 0 for 1. And Chris Davis said he had no problem with it. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Guerrero stays put. Doug Hunt joins us here at Shea Stadium, and he's already missed all the excitement. Leiter, 3-5, hit by pitch. No. Widger, 5-1, and he powers one. He powers one into center field. That's a 10. And it's going to stay up there. Getting under that, it's going to be McRae. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Expos. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Thurman's going to stay on the mound for another inning. And Al Leiter will lead off. He's 0 for 1. 8-0 Mets. A grand slam by Brian McRae and a 3-run bomb by Robin Ventura. Thurman, 5-1, strikeout, gets Leiter. And that Thurman had 85 strikeouts actually in 99. That's out number 1. Next up is Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 2. Thurman is now tired. Thurman, 6-4, range play. Cedeno, 6-4, single to right, but a range play for Guerrero. His range is a 3. He's got it. 2 down. Nice play by Guerrero out there. Fly out to right. And now here's Alfonso. Alfonso is 1 for 2 with a double. Thurman, he will pitch. Thurman, 3-5 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And it will be a fly to right again. And Vladimir will get to that one and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. But they have an 8-0 lead here after 4. As Section 518 decides to have another beer. And a bag of peanuts. world's worst gamer, joins us here at Shea Stadium. We go to the top of the fifth, and it will be Wilton Guerrero leading off for the Expos. He reached on an error his first time up. Leiter will pitch. 3-4. That's a blank. Guerrero 1-6, and he powers one into right field. That's a 3. That's going to be a single. So Guerrero hits a base hit off a Leiter, and a leadoff man on for the Expos. Here comes Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 1. Infield a double play. I don't even know why I'm rolling a strategy rolls are off. Leiter 6-5, strikeout. That will just miss. Martinez 6-1 against the lefty. It's a base hit past second. Guerrero's got excellent speed. He will make third. So now runners at the corners and no one out, as now the Expos are looking to maybe get some runs. Infield's going to stay at double play depth. Thurman will not come up to bat. They will go ahead and bring up a pinch hitter against Leiter, as Thurman is done. And coming on to pinch hit for the Expos is going to be Shane Andrews. 195 average, 16 homers, 51 RBIs. Shane Andrews will pinch hit. Infield playing a double play depth. Mets trying to maybe just turn the 2. Leiter will pitch. Leiter 6-3. That's at the park. Shea Stadium 5-2, and that is a fly ball to left field. Getting to that will be Cedeno. That is out number 1. Andrews sacrifice fly of 3. Hit the left field. +1 is a 4. He will bring in Guerrero. So it will be deep enough to bring in Guerrero. And the Expos are on the board. It is now 8-1. Martinez does stay. So that goes as a sacrifice fly for Andrews. Martinez stays at first. Infield still a double play depth. The batter now is Cabrera. Cabrera is 0 for 2. Leiter, he'll go ahead and pitch. Leiter 2-4. Error on a throw. Cabrera 5-5. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And that will be caught there by McCray for out number 2. Not a throwing error. Going back in with a runner on first. So 2 away, and here's Vidro. Vidro is 0 for 2. Martinez stays at first. Pitch coming. Leiter 3-1 against the switch right. That's a blank. Vidro 3-2, and he hits a fly ball to left field, but Cedeno will get to it. And he makes the catch and retires a side. 1 run on 2 hits and a sacrifice fly as we now go to the bottom of the 5th. 8-1 Mets now as the Expos are on the board. John Olerud leads off for the NYM. He is 2 for 2, a single and a double. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I think he can make an argument. Expos they got 2 lefties and a switch. So the Expos are going to bring on a new pitcher here, and they are going to go with... They don't let any lefties in here? Nope. So in that case, you go with the best pitcher. Coming on to pitch for the Expos is going to be Anthony Telford. 5 wins, 4 losses, 2 saves, a 3.94 ERA. Telford is the 3rd Expo pitcher. So Anthony Telford will come on to pitch. Olerud leads off, bottom of the 5th. Telford, 2-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 2-3, and it's a single into left field. Olerud grounding first. He's going to try for second. Olerud, a base running rating of 1. Left fielder White, a 0 arm. The only way Olerud takes second is on a 1. He'll put on the brakes and head back to first. Probably the right move. Next batter is Bobby Bowe. Yes, the Mets are still paying him. Olerud on it first. Strategy rolls are still off. Telford will pitch. 5-5, strikeout, got him. He'll go ahead and get Bonilla. Telford had 69 strikeouts in 99. Robin Ventura Highway comes up, and he is 1 for 1, and he is, let's see, hold on, time out. He is 2 for 2, a double, a single, and a home run. 3-run bomb his last time up for Ventura Highway. Olerud on it first. Telford will pitch. 3-2, strikeout, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Telford, 2 down. And now McCray. McCray had a grand slam in the first inning. He had 12 home runs, so he definitely could hit for power. He's 1 for 2. Telford looking in on McCray. He will pitch. Telford, 4-6, range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-3, ground ball to short. Ball is hit to Cabrera. His range is a 3. Nope, that'll get past him. It'll be a base hit. Olerud, even with a base running rate with 2 outs, he has to hold at first. Olerud was, as good as he was mud on the base paths. So a single from McCray. And now here's Pratt. Pratt is 2 for 2. Todd Pratt known for hitting that big-time home run in the playoffs. So 2 outs here. 2 for 2. Olerud on second. McCray on his first. Telford will pitch. Telford, 3-4 against a righty. That is a strikeout plus 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Telford strikes out the side. No runs, 2 hits for the Mets. It's still 8-1 after 5. As Section 518 goes to get himself a nice Italian sausage with peppers and onions and mushrooms as he enjoys the Mets in a blowout so far. We go to the top of the 6th. Let's see. Leiter can pitch to 29. Leading off for the Expos is Rondell White. And he is 0 for 1, but he got hit by a pitch. 8-1 Mets, 6th inning. Leiter, 1-2, error on a grounder. White, 4-4, and that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Ventura. His error rating is a 4. That's a 7. He'll get it, and he'll toss it over for the out. Here's V. Guerrero. And he is 1 for 2. And, of course, his son is one of the best players in baseball as of now. Leiter will go ahead and pitch. Leiter, 6-2, range play. Guerrero, 5-2, ground ball to third again. Once again, hit to Ventura. Ventura was excellent. His range is a 5. That's a 3. Ventura makes another nice play. And he'll throw it over to first for out number 2. And now Barrett. Barrett is 0 for 2. Leiter will pitch. 2-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium. Shea Stadium getting a lot of work tonight. 4-3. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 17. And that's gonna stay up there as well. Right fielder going after it is Bonilla. He is at the track near the wall. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Expos. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Telford is going to stay out there. Telford is actually tired. He's going to stay out there, though. He is due to bat 4th in the 6th inning. He'll stay out there as long as he can for now. Ray Ordonez leads off for the Mets. He's 0 for 2. One of the best fielding shortstops ever. Telford will pitch. And 6-1, error on a grounder. Ordonez, 4-2. That's a ground ball to first. That is hit to Vidro. His error rating is a 17. That's a 13. He's going to drop it, and Ordonez will be safe. That's going to be an E3. That is the first error on the Expos in this game. They did not have any historically. So Ordonez is on at first. Infield switches a double play. Next batter is Leiter. Leiter, he's still got left in the tank. He's going to swing away. I don't think he'll bunt here. Although a bunt, well, I don't think he'd bunt. Well, maybe he still would, even though strategy rolls are off. He'll bunt. Corners in, coming in, expecting the bunt. Telford will go ahead and pitch. Telford, 6-1, error on a grounder. And yes, you can have a bunt grounder. Leiter goes ahead and bunts the ball. And that is bunted at the plate to the catcher. And the catcher, Widger, his error rating is a 5. That's a 10. He will not make an error. And that makes Leiter's bunt rating a 4. And that's a 9, and that's going to be a good, and that will be a good bunt. Nice play by Widger. Doesn't make an error. He'll get Leiter at first. Ordonez goes to second, and that is out number 1, though. So a nice sacrifice hit still by Leiter, and the throw goes to first. No error by Widger. And now here's Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 3. Ordonez on at second. Telford will pitch. Telford, 5-5, strikeout, and called strike 3 on Cedeno. Cedeno now 0 for 4, and that's out number 2. And now Alfonso. Alfonso is 1 for 3 with a double. Telford is tired. He says, I can do it, coach. Ordonez on at second. Telford will pitch. 3-1, possible error. Alfonso, 2-1, and that's popped up to shortstop. Going after that is Cabrera. His error rating is a 6. That's an 8. He's not going to drop it. He's going to make the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error. The Mets can't take advantage of it, but they have a 7-run lead here after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Leiter will continue to pitch. And Chris Widger leads off for the Expos. He's 0 for 2. Leiter will deal. And 3-2. Possible error. Widger, 1-2. And that is going to be an infield single to short. That's picked up by Ordonez. His error rating is a 2. That's a 7. He'll hold on to it, and Widger's going to be safe with an infield hit. So infield single for Widger. Ordonez decides not to try to get him, and that's just going to be a base hit. Infield will go to double play, and now here's Guerrero. Wilton Guerrero, he is 1 for 2, a single, and reached on an error. Leiter will pitch. Strategy rolls are off. 6-6. Pitcher result. Switch right. 1-4 is an out. 15 is high. It's a blank. Guerrero, 1-6, and he powers one into right field. That's a 16, and Guerrero this time, he's going to get a big-time hit. That's going to be a triple, and the Expos will get a run. That's going to be a triple for Guerrero. Widger comes around and scores. It's now 8-2. RBI triple for Guerrero. And the batter now is Martinez. Still no one out here on the top of the 7th. Mets are going to play the infield back. They're going to stay with the infield back. Leiter will pitch. Leiter, 3-4. That's a blank. Martinez, 5-3. And that is going to be a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up by Ventura. He's got it. Throws to first for the out. Wilton Guerrero will score. It's now 8-3. So now the Expos do get a few runs back here. Game really not over yet. We'll see a pinch hitter for Anthony Telford. He'll come out of the game. Expos will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Expos is going to be Mike Mordecai. 235 average, 5 homers, 25 RBIs. Does his name ring a bell? So Mike Mordecai goes up against Leiter. 1 out here, top of the 7. Now it's an 8-3 ball game. Leiter, he will pitch. 5-3, strikeout, got him. He'll go ahead and get a big strikeout, and that is strikeout number 5 for Leiter, 2 outs. Top of the order, here's Cabrera. Cabrera's 0 for 3. Leiter looking in on Cabrera, 2 men down, he'll pitch. Leiter, 4-5, home run chance. The 10 is going to be too high against the righty. Cabrera, 5-3, and he just grounds it to third. That'll get picked up by Ventura. Ventura will get it, takes it over, throws to first, and the inning is over. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Expos. They get closer, but it is now 8-3 in favor of the Mets. And Section 518 is going to go have another beer. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night, we are going to take a trip to County Stadium. We're going to stay in the National League for another game, as the 2 beer teams are going to face off against each other. Still kind of sacrilege that the Milwaukee Brewers are actually in the National League. Tomorrow night, it will be the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Kent Bottenfield will be going for the Cardinals, and Jim Abbott, the one-handed wonder, will be going for the Brewers. That will be tomorrow night here on the network for April 19th. The Cardinals and the Brewers, Bottenfield and Abbott, that will be tomorrow night here on Inside Pitch at County Stadium. They were not in Miller Park. They were not in Miller Park yet. Bottom of the 7th here, 8-3 in favor of the Mets. John Olerud will lead off. Expos need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Expos is going to be Bobby Ayala. 1 win, 7 losses, no saves, a 3.51 ERA in 99. Ayala will become the 4th pitcher for the Expos here. Bottom of the 7th, Olerud will bat. Yep, 1982 World Series replay. But right now, we know for a fact the Brewers and the Cardinals will never face each other again in the World Series unless they move the Brewers back to the American League, which they should do, and move the Astros back to the National League. Ayala will pitch. It'll never happen, though. Ayala, 1-1. That's a walk plus 10. He'll walk Olerud. Olerud is now 3 for 3. He's got 2 singles and a double and now a walk. Ayala had 37 walks in 99. Infield will go to double play. Here's Bobby Bo. Yes, the Mets are still paying him. Bonilla is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Strategy rolls are still off. Ayala, 6-5. That's another walk plus 10, and that's ball 4. So now he walks Bobby Bo, and now the Mets looking to get some runs. Here's Ventura. Ventura, 2 for 3, a single and a bomb. Infield still a double play. Ayala will pitch. And 5-4, strikeout 11. That just missed. Ventura, 4-5, and against the righty, it's a fly ball to right. Vladimir Guerrero will make the catch for out number 1. Olerud has a base running rating of 1, hit the right plus 0. Guerrero a -1 arm. Olerud stays put. And now McRae. McRae is 2 for 3, a single and a grand slam. Ayala, a 2-4 strikeout, got him. They'll get McRae as Ayala gets his first strikeout. He had 79 of them in 99. And now here's Pratt. Pratt is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Olerud on at second, Bonilla on at first. Ayala will go ahead and deal. Ayala, 2-6. Against the righty, it's going to be an automatic out. They're going to get out. The Expos are going to get out of it. That's going to be a grounder to short. Cabrera will get that. He's going to throw to second to get Bobby Bowe. And the Mets get nothing. Nothing across except a couple of walks. Still 8-3 after 7. That could be interesting if the Mets could not get anything out of that. We all know how inside pitch likes to go. We go to the top of the 8th. Al Leiter will be tired after Vidro. Jose Vidro is the leadoff batter. And they're going to let Leiter pitch to Vidro. Mets do have the bullpen getting ready to go. Their bullpen, the Met bullpen in 99 was good. The Met bullpen in 99 was good. They had a good pitching staff in the bullpen. Vidro's 0 for 3. They're going to let Leiter pitch, though. 8-3 lead. Leiter will deal. Leiter, 6-2, range play. Vidro, 2-1, fly ball, left field. Rogers Cedeno going after it. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to drop. And that's going to be a base hit. So Vidro hits one. No way that Cedeno was going to get it. It's going to be a leadoff single for Vidro. Leiter is now tired. Next batter is White. Infield double play. And they're going to let Leiter pitch here. White is 0 for 2, but got hit by a pitch. Strategy rolls are still off. Leiter will deal. Leiter, 1-4. Again with the range play. White, 4-5. That's a ground ball to first. This one's hit to Olerud. His range is up with the infield in. His range is a 4. Nope, he's not going to get that one. And that's going to go right down the line, and that's going to be a double for Rondell White. Vidro will hold at third. White holds at second, and the Expos have runners at second and third, and no one out. Olerud couldn't get that. And now runners at second and third. Now the batter is Vlad Guerrero, and now Leiter will come out. So that'll be it for Al Leiter. Mets will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Turk Wendell. I know him. 5 wins, 4 losses, 3 saves, a 3.05 ERA. Turk Wendell will now come in. Leiter has the W so far. But here comes Wendell. Runners at second and third. Infield is going to play. They're going to play in. Even with a 5-run lead, they're going to play in. Wendell's going to go ahead. Strategy rolls are still off. Wendell will go ahead and pitch. Wendell, 6-3, strikeout. That will miss. Guerrero, 5-6, and it's a base hit to right field. Vidro will come in to score. White, base runner 4, single to right plus 2. He will come in to score. It's 8-5. Stadium groans. So Section 518 feeling a little bit of indigestion from all the beer he drank. Two RBI single by Vladimir Guerrero. And now it's 8-5 with no one out. And here comes Barrett. Barrett is 0 for 3. Infield back to double play. Still nobody out. We got a ball game again. Strategy rolls are still off, though. Wendell will go ahead. And he will pitch. Wendell, 5-5. Strikeout. No. Barrett, a 3-6. That's a ground ball to second base. 3-2-3. Shortstop pivot. Ordonez +1. A 1-4. They turn the double play. No. The throw will go to first. Guerrero gets the second. 1 out. And now the batter is Widger. Widger is 1 for 3. Could not turn a double play. That could be huge. Guerrero on at second. Now 1 out here. Wendell will go ahead and he will pitch. Wendell, 5-3. Pitcher result against a righty. A 1-2 would be a single. The 12 is high. Widger, 5-2. And against a righty, it's a fly ball to right field. And that's going to get caught by Bonilla for out number 2. Guerrero, great speed. Base runner 5. Hit to right +0. Bonilla has a +2 arm. Guerrero's going to automatically take third. Deep enough, Guerrero easily grabs third base, but now there are 2 down. And now here's Wilton Guerrero. He's 2 for 3, a single and a triple, and reached on an error. Runner on third, now an 8-5 ball game. Wendell looking in on Guerrero. Fans at Shea Stadium getting a little nervous. Wendell will pitch. Wendell, 5-4 against the switch left. It's a blank. Guerrero, 1-1, and it's a fly ball to center field. The Mets will get out of it with minimal damage. McRae will get to it. He will make the catch, retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Expos. Not quite done yet, but it's now 8-5. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Leading off for the Mets is Ray Ordonez. Question is, are they going to let Ayala pitch? And let's see what they want to do here. And the answer is yes, they are going to let him pitch. They're not going to bring in Urbina. So Ayala's going to pitch out there, at least for now. Bobby Ayala will pitch to Ordonez. Ordonez is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. 8-5 Mets now, bottom of the 8th. Ayala, 6-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Ordonez, 6-5. Ground ball to short, handled by Cabrera. Cabrera's got it for out number 1. Pinch hitter coming in for Wendell, as the Mets will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be, well, I know you got a righty on the mound, but in this case, in the bottom of the 8th inning, let's do it. Let's do it right. Coming on to pinch it for the Mets is going to be Matt Franco. 235 average, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. Ricky Henderson is on the bench. He didn't start today's game. Remember, Ricky Henderson was with the Mets in '99. Greatest leadoff hitter in baseball history. But I'll go with Matt Franco since it's right on left. So Ayala will pitch to Franco here. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Ayala, 3-3, strikeout +10. Got him. He'll get Franco for out number 2. And now the batter is Cedeno. Cedeno was 0 for 4. It's had a rough game. Ayala will pitch. Ayala, 6-1. Home run chance. The 16 is high. Cedeno, 3-4. And that is a ground ball to third. Ground ball to third. Easily picked up there by Barrett. Barrett will get it, throw to first, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. And the Mets have an 8-5 lead after 8. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Section 518 does not want to see any ninth inning magic. Manny Martinez is the leadoff batter. Mets got to go to the bullpen, and they're going to go with their close. They got actually 2 closers they can go with, but we're going to go with that guy. Coming on to pitch for the Mets. We all know about him, don't we? Armando Benitez. 4 wins, 3 losses, 22 saves, a 1.85 ERA. Benitez trying to get the save. This would be a save with a 3-run lead. Armando Benitez. Some people think he could have had a crack at the Hall. Not sure about that though, but I don't think anybody here have a problem if I say he was a solid closer. So Manny Martinez to lead off, but the Expos are going to pull him back. At least I think they can. Martinez is a center fielder. Do I have? Yes, I do. So it's Manny Martinez coming out, and coming on to pinch hit for the Expos is going to be Brad Fulmer, 277 average, 9 homers, 47 RBIs. So Fulmer is gonna pinch hit. James Mooten will take over at center field if this game goes any further. Benitez will pitch. Benitez, 6'5", hit by pitch. No. Fulmer, 6'6", and it's a fly ball to left field. Cedeno's going to go ahead and get to it. And that is out number 1. Pinch hitter coming in for Ayala, as the Expos will go to the bench again. And coming on to pinch hit will be Orlando Merced. 268 average, 8 homers, 26 RBIs. Boy, these names bring back a lot of nostalgia. Orlando Merced. Another interesting player. Benitez will go ahead and pitch to him. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping for a big closing. Section 518 ready to chug another beer. Benitez, 2-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Merced, 3-3, and that's not going to be a special K. That's going to be a fly ball to center, and that's going to go to McRae, and McRae's got it for out number 2. Last chance for the Expos will be Orlando Cabrera, and he is 0 for 4. Benitez trying to go ahead and try to close this game out. Fans here at Shea Stadium on their feet. A win here, the Mets get above 500 early in the year. Benitez looking at Cabrera. Section 518 cheering. Benitez will pitch. Benitez, 3-3. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 2-3. And it's a base hit to left field. Cabrera's rounding first. He's going to try for second. Base runner 3. Cedeno with 0 arm, a 1-3. Cabrera gets the second, and that's a 6. Here comes the throw by Cedeno. Cedeno with 0 arm, a 1-4. Cabrera is out. And he is! Cabrera tries to stretch a single into a double. Roger Cedeno throws to second, nabs him, tags him out. That's your game. Mets will beat the Expos tonight, 8-5. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! That's a single plus to left field. They must try to go to second. Left fielder Roger Cedeno guns down Cabrera trying to get an extra base. And the Mets will win this game 8-5. Remember, though, Ben Witz, the base running is not just about speed. It's also about base running instincts. Remember, it's also about base running instincts. Just Roger Cedeno just made a heck of a throw. A big win here for the Mets, and they'll go to 6-5. The Expos drop to 3-8. Final line score coming up. No runs and a hit. For the Mets, 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. For the Expos, 5 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Leiter. He'll get the win. Dustin Hermanson's going to take the loss. No hold for Wendell. He allowed runs, but Armando Benitez does pick up the save. So a big victory for the Mets here at Shea Stadium. And they'll take this victory into the 10-minute ticker, which is next. Don't go away. Meet the Mets. Greet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kitties. Bring your wives. Guaranteed to have the time of your life. Because those Mets are really sucking that ball. Hitting the home runs over the wall. East side, west side. Everybody's coming down to meet the NYMETS Mets of New York town. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Mets will get a nice 8-5 victory today over the Expos. Let's see how the rest of the majors goes today for April 16th. Seattle at Anaheim. Mariners 14-63, that's 10. Angels 4-11, that is 0, win for the M's. Devil Rays and the Red Sox. Devil Rays 9-36, that is 5. Red Sox 12-45, that is 6, a win for the Bo Sox. Yankees at Detroit. Yankees 12-33, that's 5. Tigers 4-52, and that is also 5. They're going to extras. Yankees roll both teams roll a 4. Yankees are a -1. Detroit's a +1. That will be a win for the Tigers at home field. White Sox and the Royals. White Sox 10-53. That is 7. Royals 8-34 and 4. Win for the White Sox. Rangers and the Athletics. Rangers 16-51, and that is 8. A's 10-46, that is 6, a win for the Rangers. Baltimore at Toronto. O's 11-53, that is 7. Blue Jays 11-33, that's 5, a win for the Orioles. Giants and the D-backs. Giants 8-43, that is 5. Diamondbacks 16-34, that is 6, a win for the D-backs. Pirates and the Reds. Pirates 8-32, that's 4. Reds 9-21, that's 3. Raise the Jolly Roger. Cardinals and the Astros. Cardinals 6-61, that's 6. Astros 8-25, that's 3. A win for the Redbirds. Cubs and the Brewers. Cubs 12-41, that's 5. Brewers 13-51, that's 7. Win for the Brew Crew. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 5-43, that's 4 runs. Padres 1-11, that's 0. Win for the Dodgers. I skipped Florida, Philadelphia. Marlins and the Phillies. Marlins 2-52, and that's 4. Phillies 13-36, and that's 5. A win for the Phils. April 17th, Seattle at Anaheim. Mariners 9-23, that is 3. Angels 5-51, that's 5. A win for the Halos. Tampa Bay at Boston. Devil Rays 9-61, 7 runs. Red Sox 16-34, and that's 6 runs. The D-Rays will get the win. Minnesota at Cleveland doubleheader. Twins 6-12, that's 1. Indians 10-55, that is 7. Indians win the first. Twins 9-42, that's 5. Indians 13-26, that's 4. They'll split the twin bill. Yankees at Detroit. Yankees 1664, that is 11. Tigers 564, that's 7. Yankees get the win. White Sox and the Royals. White Sox 736, 4 runs. Royals 1544, 7 runs. Royals win. Rangers at Oakland. Rangers 1664, that is 11. Athletics 1842 at 7. A win for the Rangers. Rangers actually off to a good start. Orioles and the Blue Jays. Orioles 1035, that is 5. Blue Jays 1563, and that is 10. It's a win for Toronto. Giants and Arizona. Giants 1054, 7 runs. Diamondbacks 1343, 6 runs. A win for the G-Men. Pirates and the Reds. Pirates 1152, and that is 7. Reds 1715, that's 4. Raise the Jolly Roger. Braves and the Rockies. Braves 1843, that's 7. Rockies 955, that's also 7. Wow, they tie. Extra innings. Atlanta rolls a 5 plus 0. Rockies roll a 3 plus 2 is 5. That's a tie, which means the Rockies will win it by virtue of home field. Cardinals and the Astros. Redbirds 924. That was a 2 before that. They don't want to call it that. 924, and that is 3. Astros 1423, and that is 4. The Astros will get the win. Cubs and the Brewers. Cubs 931, and that's 4. Brewers 1322, that is also 4, and they're going to extras. Cubs roll a 6, plus 3 is 9. Brewers roll a 3, and they have no chance. That will be a win for the Cubs. Cubs, one of the best clutch teams in the game. The Orioles and the Royals, one of the worst clutch teams in the game. Expos and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Expos 825, that is 3. Mets 1254, and that is 7. My Mets get another happy recap. Marlins and the Phillies. Marlins 951, that is 6. Phillies 1135, that is 5. A win for the Fish. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 635, that is 4. Padres 822, that is 3. And that is a win for the Dodgers. On to April 18th, Seattle at Anaheim. Mariners 1263, and that's 9. Angels 1843, and that's 7. The Mariners get the win. Tampa Bay at Boston. Devil Rays 661, that is 6. Red Sox 1322, that's 4. A win for the Devil Rays. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins 464, that is 7. Indians 1863, that's 11. That's a win for the Tribe. Yankees at Detroit. Yankees 1164, that is 9. Tigers 523, that's 2. That'll be a win for the Palmers. White Sox and the Royals. White Sox 2141, that's 8. Royals 1035, that's 5. A win for the Tri-Sox. Texas at Oakland. Rangers 1212, that is 1. Athletics 1453, that's 8. A's get the win. Baltimore at Toronto. O's 834, that's 4. Blue Jays 1031, and that is also 4. And they're playing extras. Baltimore rolls a 2. -4 is -2. That 6 is easily going to win for Toronto. They will win in extras. San Francisco at Arizona. Giants 9.55. That's going to be 7. Diamondbacks 10.52. That's 6. Giants get the win. Pirates and the Reds. Pirates 8.25. That is 3. Reds 7.54. And that's 6. And that game belongs to the Reds. Braves and the Rockies. Braves 13.63. That will be 9. Rockies 8.23, and that is 3. It's a win for the Bravos. Cardinals and the Astros. Cardinals 3.52, 5 runs. Astros 12.46, that is 6 runs. A win for the Stros. Cubs and the Brewers. Cubs 7.56, 6 runs. Brewers 15.25, 5 runs. Cubbies get the win. Expos and the Mets. Can my Mets get a sweep? Expos 3.46, and that's going to be 4. Mets 12.13, and that is 2. And we're not going to sweep the Expos. Marlins and the Phillies. Marlins 8.46, and that is 5. Phillies 26.26, and that's 7. That's a win for the Phils. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 7.63, that is 8. Padres 4.31, and that is 3. That's a win for the Dodgers. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be April 19th. We will be at County Stadium as the St. Louis Cardinals will take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Kent Bottenfield will be pitching for the Cardinals, and the one-handed wonder, Jim Abbott, will be going for the Brewers. Good matchup tomorrow night in the National League Central. Cardinals and Brewers. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The New York Mets, as the late, great Bob Murphy would say, we have a happy recap. We go ahead and take care of the Expos tonight, 8-5. See you guys tomorrow.